Check, check.
1 2 1 2. What's going on?
It's working. Happy Wednesday. I'm about to say happy Thursday. Happy Wednesday, my good brother. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How are you?
Fighting something. I'm gonna keep fighting it. Yeah. Out of PTO day, so it is what it is. But other than that, doing that, bro. Doing that. We'll get into it.
Indeed, indeed. Share this with a couple people. Shout out to anybody joining early. We appreciate you.
If we late and they early, who's really on time? Yeah. It's like, oh, this, that.
Shout out to only Mrs. Lee checking in early on the Instagram. I'll give it a couple minutes. Let some people join. Oh man, this year is flying.
It's over already, bro. It's not even flying no more. It's over. It's over.
What's going on, Tanya? And Blue Jays kicking the Dodgers out early, man. Blake Snell, they owning that, man.
Oh man.
I don't know, Dodgers fans. These Blue Jays ain't having it.
Listen, I got faith in LA. I think they'll get it done. Um, I don't know. It's rough though. I just don't want Toronto winning this year, just for other reasons.
All right. Well, it's 8:20, man. Got a lot to cover. Uh, Plus the brother got to hit the ground running, man. I'm fresh off the plane, so let's get
Up
this
today?
thing proceeding tonight. Yeah, man. We get into it in
Shit.
a little bit. But yeah, man. Appreciate everybody joining us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, and IG. We are FCP, man, and every Wednesday we are here getting into it. I am Senor Lee, and this is my man Ken Kapnick.
Outside today.
All right, all right. First and foremost, man, we want to thank everybody that joined us last week for our special focus on safety and relationships, man. Shout out to Akia for joining us and dropping gems, bringing the female perspective to the table, which is so important.
Super good to have her last week. I got a lot of good feedback from that episode. Yeah, man, she is a powerhouse. She super funny, super intellectual. Had a lot of good insights, as you were saying. Look forward to seeing her again soon, man.
No doubt, no doubt. But as always, how we love to start this show after that brief thank you, man. How you doing, my brother?
Doing all right, man. Finding out my kids are turning into me, and I'm not sure how to take it. Um, Growing up, my mom always told me I was a very literal kid. As far as me talking low, she'll tell me, "Hey, open your mouth," and instead of me like talking louder, I would just literally open my mouth, like just trying to answer everybody's questions. Um, my middle child this week, when my wife does laundry, she hates doing the socks. Like doing socks for more than two people is not cool. Like big socks, little socks, small socks, ankle socks, tall socks, screw socks. Nobody wants to be in charge of this mission, right? So I was like, I'm like, baby, we got kids. We got many slaves for a reason, right? So I was like, listen, give it to Kennedy. Let her put these socks together. It's a big game and match, right? So Kennedy, hey, she hits the ground running, matches all the socks up. Unfortunately, she put all the socks back in the bag I gave her. I was like, baby, you're supposed to match and distribute. She said, you said nothing about distribution. you just told me to match them. I was like, baby, what's the point of matching them and putting it back into the fold? Now we back where we started. She's like, yeah, but they matched up now. I'm like, hey, this is a two-part game. Like you got to match them. She's like, if you'd have said that, I would have did it. So now we're giving each other attitude back and forth. I was like, you know what? Thank you for the socks. I'll be more clear next time. You know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, because he ain't say distribution. He just said matching. And I was like, all right, you got it. But you gotta watch how you talk to the kids because they go and hear every word they want to hear and definitely miss the parts that you wanted them to focus on, bro. But yeah, they turn it into me, and I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, man. When they start hitting you with you, it's always a tough thing to challenge. It's like looking in the mirror, fighting your twin, and there is no
Word,
winning because you
word.
both want to succeed, but you both want to be right at the same time.
You know how that go. You know how
Oh,
that go.
hmm
But listen, man, I know you said this time's flying, yo. Shit, it'll be 26 in no time, but we got one more holiday to get to before November, man. Halloween in a few days, man. Uh, are the kids too big? How's it going in your household, man?
honestly, I just got home tonight. Darius hasn't mentioned a thing about it. I got to check with my wife to see if he's even been talking about it this week. But nah, man. What about you?
Everybody got their costumes. The mall was a zoo. Want to send a big fu to what's it called, the Halloween spirits. Because you listen, with Party City out off the map now, it's just one spot now you can get these costumes. Being on the island, there's only one in the mall now, and that shit had a line like it was Saturday 9:54. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, they got J's in there or something? Halloween editions I don't know about. But nah, they slow walking people in, like 20 people coming out, 3 people going in. I'm like, yo, the ratio's fucked up. I'm like, I just want to get these costumes so we can go. But everybody got their costumes. I was gonna get a scary mask, but I said, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna just save my money this time, maybe next year. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to just the candy, just to separate it, make sure the good, separate the good from the bad. The I want versus the they can haves. But I'm not too interested in Halloween this year. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Same here. Hasn't been the same, I think, since he turned about 10, probably a little before that. And, I remember as adults, we used to have our own little thing when we went up to like the Poconos and shit. That was like a good maybe 2-year run or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, life has been life. And then being able to get everybody together has just gotten tougher through the years. So it's just really another day that passes by. I don't think I remember Halloween until I'll probably see some advertisements or walk out in the street and see somebody a little dressed up like, oh shit, yeah, that's right, it's
Oh yeah,
Halloween.
that's right. It is a holiday this week. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
the whole family, we missed the whole pumpkin patch this month and all that. Like nobody brought it up. Nobody. I said, hey, no harm, no foul. If you ain't looking for pumpkins, I don't feel like throwing the shit out on the first anyway. So it's like, you know what I mean? If you're happy, I'm happy.
Yeah, I don't miss that shit at all, man. Like
At
that
all.
that was
Uh,
rough.
word, word.
Oh
Um,
man.
but other than that, how are you doing, my good man? How was your week?
Oh, a lot, man. I was up in Nashville. I'll get into that a little bit later. But really just busy, bro. Busy. A lot going on professionally, personally. But I'm blessed, to be alive to go through it, work through it. Got my support system there, so it's all good.
All right, all right. Two quick things we did miss last week. We had the special guest. The Aces took care of business. Miss Asia is, I mean, hey, she took it all. Not mad at that. Got an official dynasty on the hands, getting 3 out of 4. Not too sure if there was any award she missed this year, but she definitely had a year for the ages. But yeah, between this and the WNBA agreement, I think they're in good hands. They got a lot to fight for this year. Just see how it goes. I know we got something to talk about that for a little later, but just the Asia in the squad, man.
Yeah, man. The accolades just keep building up for her. I know she definitely accomplished something. Let me just go back to that last one because I know I had a note on that. Bear with me, y'all. Yes. So she's definitely setting the tone for women empowerment. Um, and I know Adam Silver, gave some thoughts around the CBA. I know we're gonna talk about that later, but what she's accomplishing right now is definitely setting the tone for why women's sports needs more funding and needs more support. And with Unrivaled coming out soon, I know that's just going to boost the brand even more. But shout out to Asia Wilson. I mean, what she's accomplishing, really, man. Like you got to understand greatness when you see it and respect it. Shit, did I freeze up with him? Somebody let me know in the chat, man. Is it? Can y'all hear me?
That might be me. I don't know what's going on. Oh, here I go. I'm back.
Oh, okay,
Um,
there we go.
yeah, I just see something. I'm loading. I'm here. I'm at 100, but I don't think they got me at 100. Um, but yeah, shouts like you said, shouts to the Aces. Got a thing going. It's gonna be good to see. One other thing that unfortunately we missed last week with the live. Mr. D'Angelo, man, gone too soon. As always, fuck cancer. As always, black men, please go to the doctor as often as you could. Don't miss those checkups because they may tell you something that you might have been avoiding. But even if you are avoiding something, go check it out anyway, man. The doctor's not the place to be tough. You know what I'm saying? Just get it over with. You know what I mean? But D'Angelo gone at 51. Had a battle with cancer. Unfortunately, that came to its end a week ago. But yeah, man, three amazing albums, all different sounds. Motivated the neo soul community to a space that we've never seen slash created. So just thoughts and prayers to the family, all his fans, loved ones. But R.I.P. D'Angelo, man, rest in peace.
Yeah, I think his influence, man, is like no other. And he definitely set the tone for being in shape with that infamous video.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he definitely set a certain tone for R&B artists. But like you said, man, what he did with Neo Soul, yeah, man, yeah, R.I.P. for sure.
And
Um,
not to be funny or awkward with it, but I remember you were saying he said him being a sex symbol from the early video Brown Sugar days. Um, I was catching up on some old like documentaries and interviews that he did, beyond that first album, and he just had a real tough time trying to get back into it. That's why he had those gaps in his years between the album, because everybody was kind of expecting that sex symbol every time they seen him, and he's like, "Yo, listen, man, that physique wise, that was the prime of me." Like, you know what I'm saying? So people kind of kept expecting him to be that, but he kept growing musically and doing other things. But it got him to a depressing point for a little bit, as far as the Hollywood thing goes. But listen, artistry is always going to shine through. So I'm happy he was able to get it back together and give us two more albums after that. But like you said, man, thoughts and prayers, man.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to CC Media over on Twitch, man. She said you got that Android computer. You need to get it together.
Oh, damn. Working on it, man. I don't speak Mac though. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I do not speak Mac. I be trying to, but I just don't speak it yet. I'm working on it for sure.
Definitely real quick. Shout out to CC, man. Shout out to the family. We seen you out there heavy, doing your damn thing with social media, being an
Mhm.
entrepreneur, being a mompreneur out there. We love you. Definitely, man. We see the greatness before everybody else does. So just know y'all the price is going up at some point.
Top of the year. But you ain't heard it from me. But you ain't heard it from me.
Yes, sir. So on a somber note, most of you probably already have heard about Hurricane Melissa and really just now, just not just praying for Jamaica, but praying for the Caribbean. I know there are other islands that were impacted by Hurricane Melissa, but when it made landfall in Jamaica, of course, just growing up here in Flatbush, Brooklyn, having all the deep roots to Jamaica here, definitely a lot of close friends were very worried, and they're still checking on family members. Of course, there were people stranded on rooftops. There's devastation all over the place. Even the Sangster um, international airport that they have out there, it suffered disabling damage. And then, of course, they were talking about Mandeville, Manchester. There was just people filled with heavy hearts and and empathy, just looking at the devastation. So, really, just praying for everybody impacted. I know it moved from Jamaica over to Cuba. Of course, they're reporting the death toll and then some people that are missing. they're reporting that it's going towards the Bahamas or crossing the Bahamas at some point. So just really prayers all over the place, man.
Sure. Thoughts and prayers. Bad enough as a category 5. A lot of hurricanes, they kind of sweep through towns, but this was a very slow moving category 5 that made any sense. So it just all it did was multiply the devastation, unfortunately. But thoughts and
Yeah.
prayers, checking your loved ones if you got anybody out there, all the neighboring islands that are also being affected. Um, just sad to see, man. Fuck Melissa. If your name is Melissa, I apologize. I'm not talking to you, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh man. All right. So this is conference season for my corporate people, and I had the privilege of attending Experian Healthcare's High Performance Summit. Yes, Experian is not just about your credit. It actually has a healthcare arm where they offer several different products to healthcare institutions to help them with registering patients, going after claim denials, collection optimization, just to kind of level set that for you all. Pretty much whenever a healthcare institution is owed money, it provides them reports and tools that help them actually collect that money in an efficient fashion. So it was great to be there. It was in Nashville, Tennessee. The flight was smooth. Kenny, now that I've experienced even more comfort, I don't think I'm ever going back to the double digit seats again, man. Like,
Not to look down, but they are frowned upon. Like I don't feel like waiting. I don't feel like waiting as long as that. You don't have to wait, bro. And listen,
yeah,
and hey, tell you one more thing. That emergency lane, bro. I'm all for it. Give me that extra 12 inches of leg room. Pause. Like I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? I just truly, hey man, should hit the fan. I'm first one out of there. But hey man, like I said, man, yeah, anything beyond 12, you know what I mean? It's starting to get a little thick back there, man. I, I don't even get enough to go to the bathroom on the plane. So I just be waiting for the shit to end. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not interested in nothing in the far back. I don't want to be close to the bathroom. I don't want the big dude coming out and I'm right there in the sand. There's nowhere to run, bro. No window to open up. But yeah, man, until I can afford first class on a regular basis, single digits for me, bro.
no, I feel you. But yeah, never going back to that again. And yeah, I'd hate to have to turn into passenger 57. I'm nowhere near prime Wesley Snipes in this world. But when we got to Nashville, the downtown vibes are lit as always. If you've never been to Nashville, it's literally like little Vegas out there. There's an entire strip where there's nothing but bars, and every bar is playing live music. Now, if you're not into country music or rock and roll, this is probably not going to be your jam. But if you do give the band $20, they will play a song that you're interested in, and it's a
Okay.
great way to test, if they really have a deep Rolodex of actual music that they can play.
20
Um,
cash is steep.
yeah. Hey man, listen, they out there hustling, right? It's a grind, so I
Jesus.
respect it. Then actually that night we found a really cool cigar bar. It's called the Red Phone Booth, and it literally when you get there, it's a red phone booth. You go into the phone booth, you pick up the phone, and somebody comes, opens the joint. You walk in, and it's like a nice little speakeasy. They got a
Hmm.
really nice selection of cigars in the humidor, or you could bring
Okay.
your own cigars in there, man. It's a really, really cool vibe. So and then it's located conveniently on Broadway and Rosa Parks Boulevard. You can't get no better than that, man.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Not too mad at that. I'll take it.
Um, Listen, we got to holla at Ramel, man. This is the second hotel I stayed at, the
Mm-hmm.
Grand Hyatt, and the gym budget was lacking. Like it's small as hell.
Ah,
I
telling
don't know
you,
what else to say.
when a hotel is looking for funds to cut as far as amenities, they're like, listen, people are here for vacations, work, business. All they need is a 2 or 3 dumbbells. Give them a yoga mat, and make sure it's real close to the outside. You know what I'm saying? In case somebody want to start running. You're not getting the LA Fitness treatment at the hotels, bro. I'm sorry, it ain't there.
Rebel, we need to talk, man. We need to talk. I hear everything Kenny's saying, but we gotta do something about this. We gotta do something about this
Mm,
because people are in the gym and it's packed. So something's off.
mm,
But it was great though because this weekend Vanderbilt hosted Missouri. So
mhm.
there was Missouri fanatics out there. Of course, the Vandy faithful were out there. So you walk in the streets, and then you hear like the Missouri people. There was a crew of people across the street, crew of people behind us. We had no idea where they were from. All you hear is MIZ, and then behind us is ZOU, and we just standing there like, what is
So
happening?
I
That's how
said,
you
am
know.
I wearing the right colors? Am I good?
Yeah, like that's how
You
you
know what I'm saying?
know I didn't go away to college. I'm pretty sure CC, you know all about this. You know what I mean? But me, I went right here in New York City. So we ain't had no crazy fanatic stuff for our sports team. We just hope that they won the game. But I know that when you go like over, to away to schools and stuff, they got their own ways of celebration. So that was really cool, man. Then we had dinner at Bourbon Steak by Michael Mina and JW Marriott. This shit is so cool, man, because it's a rooftop bar, and the outside you have a place where you can stand and literally have the greatest scenery of the city. So you're sitting there, you're having your food, you're drinking your cocktail, and you could look off to the right or the left, and you just see
Mm,
the beautiful scenery of downtown Nashville.
that's what's up.
Um, but overall, man, great networking, great learning opportunities, made a lot of good connections. Shout out to one of my coworkers, Alex, who did a great presentation, pretty much talking about some of the products that Experian Healthcare offers. But shout out to Experian Healthcare, man. They never are cheap with the budget. They
Hmm,
actually
hmm.
had a party within the Country Hall of Fame, so I got to walk around and see all of that. So
Okay,
and they
okay.
always do something that you never normally would do in the city that they're in. So
Mm.
it's always a great experience.
Got to follow up. I know your last trip, your networking skills weren't where you wanted them to be. Did you feel you stepped it
Mhm.
up this week?
Yes, I did. I think
Okay,
I did.
okay. Progress, man. Progress. One
I
trip at a time,
wonder
baby.
Yeah, I wonder if it had more to do with the fact that this crowd was a little happier or more outspoken
Mm,
than the last conference I was at. Because I want to tell you, from the minute I walked in the door, it was just engaging people. And then you walked into an elevator, they saw you had a
mm.
badge that said Experian, and it just instantly started conversations. So it was definitely a different scenery than the last conference.
How was the POC ratio on this trip versus the last trip?
Honestly, it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same because with the first conference that I went to, that's more so based on rev cycle and it's more their leadership that goes. And
Okay,
unfortunately, we know that our people are not often the leaders of these institutions.
okay.
But with Experian, you tend to send your analysts or your people that deal more with the product because they benefit the most from it. Because there's
Mm.
like an innovation hub where they get to actually go in and see all the cool stuff that Experian Healthcare has coming. So you can't just send your VP or director. You got to send the actual people that be in the system. So it's a lot more laid back and less corporate, so to speak.
Okay, POC was up. That's what's up, man. And make you drop the shoulders a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yes, sir. Anything else before we move on?
No, no, let's go.
All right, politics as usual, man. First stop is New York is working to allocate 30 million for emergency food aid as SNAP benefits expire. Most of you may have seen there are two things that are going to be impacting SNAP. It is, of course, the one big ugly bill that was passed by our new administration, and then, of course, with the current government shutdown, that would speed up the termination of those benefits as of November 1st. So really just looking at the article that I have here. Give me one segundo. All right. So just looking at this, right? Governor Kathy Hochul was able to allocate 30 million in emergency food assistance to provide meals to the 3 million New Yorkers set to lose food stamps this week because of the ongoing US government shutdown. The funding comes as the month-long stalemate in Washington threatens to cut off critical benefits for New Yorkers. And the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, that is SNAP. I know sometimes we hate people throw around acronyms and we don't know what they mean. So that's what that means. Now, the shutdown has created additional urgency for state leaders who were already bracing for major changes to SNAP under President Donald Trump's signature policy legislation. That's that one ugly bill. The bill implements a new formula to determine SNAP benefits in 2027, which could shift 2.1 billion in costs per year onto New York State and county governments and reduce nutrition and utility benefits for 300,000 households, according to the governor's office. So when you think about numbers like that, when you look at the impact, and I know this is one of the biggest things where it's being said that the governments are holding things up because of this. Like they do not want to just give in and let all of these benefits get taken away. When you hear numbers like this, bro, what first comes to mind?
Man, these numbers in November is diabolical. Like Thanksgiving's coming up. Trying to get a couple of these turkeys, man, some hams. But I just don't understand as if like, the government shutdowns, I think, is nearing the 30-day mark now at this point.
Hmm.
Why aren't the reserves kicking in faster than you want? Why aren't the emergency aids coming in quick as they should be? It's not like you're being blindsided by this. You know what I'm saying? You know what's coming down the pipeline with these government shutdowns, let alone layoffs and all other kind of government items. But I feel like you can't keep getting the heads up about your pants being down and just not wanting to pick them up in time every time. You know what I mean? It just gets a little daunting as if you need more of a heads up on things when you were kind of on the cusp about it. You knew about it. Why wait until now to do something about it? But listen, it's here now. Hopefully, they find some way or resolve to get through it. But it's just annoying at this point, honestly, because no matter how much of a head start you think you may have on the issue, we still behind the eight ball on things, and it's just another item.
Absolutely. And these are those areas where a lot of people say, I don't get involved in politics, or I don't really believe in it. These are the politics that can impact, maybe not you directly, but people around you. When you talk about nutrition, and we often talk about food insecurity, and you grow up in neighborhoods where the only source of food you have is fast food, right? Chicken spot, McDonald's, you know what I mean? Jamaican
Mm-hmm.
food. And then you turn around, you go to certain other neighborhoods, they have fresh fruit markets, they have, fresh produce, good food that's, good for you. And you can just imagine when you keep ingesting fast food or food that isn't good for you, of course, that's going to lead to healthcare issues. Now, if you're hurting the nutrition, my ability to get good food, then you're also closing down healthcare systems in the area. We've been talking about downstate for a long time now. You're essentially crippling these communities to be able to sustain themselves, to even thrive. So it's amazing. And then of course with the home market being at its worst state, who's going to want to go now live in an area where the food insecurity is there and there's no real healthcare system to go to? Like, it's, oh my God.
It's just like just waiting for the good part to happen. It's just they're waiting now.
That's a fact. That's a
Annoying.
fact. But we got more New York news coming from another piece of our executive branch, or I should say our political side. This time it's our mayor, man, and we got a little clip we're gonna play for y'all.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Just load it up.
Good old Eric Adams, man, never lets us down.
Hold on 1 second. I don't see it. Hold on. Something's off here. Where's my video? Everything's loading today, man. The fudge. Damn, can't win today.
Won't let us be great, man.
Try. See it spinning. That don't make no sense. Try one more again. You keep hearing this is verbal. and he starts this shit off crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try one more again.
It's all good, man. Basically, hopefully, if the video plays at some point, basically in this video, Adams is having pretty much a sparring match with a reporter due to a tell-all book that was written by a former associate of his. I believe her name is Jasmine Ray, and the reporter is making an accusation of a sexual relationship from the book. And I mean, Mayor Adams, in typical form, he first debunks whatever they're saying about the relationship in the book and then proceeds to point at the reporter saying, "You're a dark, sick person." For years, they've tried to pretty much, you know, ruin his reputation in the press, and pretty much just goes on to continue to say how they've over sexualized him. And he pretty much keeps calling the reporter, "You're a dark, sick person." He said something about him being on the byline. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it caught me off guard too. I wasn't too sure what that meant, but
Yeah.
I don't know what body he was referring to, but all right.
Yeah. So I believe, even because all the clips I've seen, they pretty much end at the point where he just calls him a dark, sick person. But it seems like another reporter asked him, like, "Do you feel like they've over sexualized you as a black man?" And he pretty much asked the question back, like, "Do you feel like they've done it to me?" But he's been known to have run-ins with the reporters. I believe back in June he had one reporter banned. Um, but pretty much he said he wished he had a mic to drop pretty much before he
Mm.
walked off at the end of this press conference, man. How you feeling about this, man?
Listen, if I dropped out of future races, I would stop the press conferences, bro. If they ain't got nothing to do with like dire need or emergency systems, nah, catch that in a some sort of newspaper article, something you could print, something you could read, so you could pick up. But I would stop all video, just appearances if I could, man. It's just anytime it come out, it's just for negativity now. Like nobody's highlighting anything good that he did do. It's just everybody bringing, as far as sexual encounters being referenced in books and stuff like that. You're not here for that, bro. Not in New York City. We don't need that portion of you coming on the stage trying to fight for your, trying to defend yourself every time you outside. It's just not a good look at this point.
That's a fact. Of course, there's alleged allegations of a relationship, and him being an ex-girlfriend of his supposedly before he was in office. But we're not here to evaluate that. Um, yeah. Any,
It's spicy. It's always spicy. What Nino? It's always spicy.
yeah, man, he's definitely going out on his own terms. Pretty much wish he had to drop Mike on that. I mean, it's always going to be tough when you're in the public eye because you have to have those relations with the press, especially
Mhm.
when you're in office. And at some point, I think every politician is going to have a breaking point where they're just tired of the same questions, or they're tired of the negative coverage. But it comes with the job, and
Yeah,
you got to navigate that to the best of your ability.
and unfortunately, it finds him more than often. So, so you got to pick and choose these battles, man. But he is definitely done taking the high road on shit. As a fact.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
But shout out to Nino, man, always giving us the hot takes.
mhm,
All
mhm.
right, anything before we move on?
I know.
All right, man. So we want to have some fun today, get a little bit more reflective, and bring some quotes from my little silently growing page. And the first one we're gonna kick off with is everyone, everybody makes fun of the note taker till they can't remember something. And this came up because at this big age, right? I've definitely find myself taking more notes, and it's valuable because
Mhm.
there are times where there's a really important conversation, whether it's professional or personal, and it you do got to kind of go to the phone, or you know what I'm saying, and just be like,
Bruh,
wait a minute.
I gotta see what happened that day. Give me 1 second. Give me one
Yeah.
second. I take more notes than I need to, unfortunately, because like you said, at this big age, I take notes just to remember what the fuck happened. And a lot of times I don't have to go back to the note, but I need to write it down one time so I can recall it in the future.
Yeah.
But if I don't write it down, read it one quick time, it's here today, gone in an hour. So I am big on taking notes. My sticky note game is immaculate at the office. Like you know what I'm saying. Like my boss can't stand it and I just get aggravated because I put sticky notes on certain packages he may have to look at or get to, and he has a habit of looking at the package, seeing my note, taking it off, throwing it to the side, and going, "Ken, what's this?" I'm like, "Fam, everything
Yeah.
was on a note, so I wouldn't have to talk to it all." But all right, since you don't want to read my note, let me pick this up off the floor and read it verbatim. So now you can see how much time you wasting on both of our times. But yeah, big on the notes. I can't get enough of them. So
Yeah.
just reading and studying and this work shit. Notes is just part of everyday life now.
Yeah, it's like CC said, man. Receipts are definitely very important too. Definitely in the corporate world, I definitely like to file all my emails just in case, because you'll be surprised, man. And this is for my early careerists out there. Definitely keep your emails, because I guarantee you 6 months, year, 2 years from now, somebody gonna bring up some shit and act like
Yeah,
they didn't say something or they didn't
yeah.
know about something. And there's no better clapback in corporate than attaching an email from a previous conversation,
That's my
telling
shit.
them, we already discussed this.
That's
Here's
my
you
shit.
saying okay and us moving forward.
That is my shit. That attach, see email attached from such and such. Oh man, that is my big move. I be doing that. I be doing that, and I be delaying the delivery. I be like, yo, I'm in this at 4:55. I'm out of here. So they're gonna read that first thing in the morning and go, shit, I did say that. Yeah, you did, bro. Wasting everybody's time on this thread. That's like,
Yep. Yep. That's a fact. That's a fact. We got D in the chat. Always keep receipts. I'm infamous for reminding people of their words via email.
have to.
Absolutely. And listen, if you're on the other end of this, it's okay. It's
Mhm.
okay to be wrong. It's okay to forget. Just make sure when you are questioning that person, you do it in the most with the most humility, right? And I'll give you a perfect example. You can honestly be like, um, just to clarify, maybe I missed an email or just refresh my memory. I don't recall us saying that we would take this action.
Mm.
For me, the translation of that is you probably forgot, but you
Mhm.
definitely don't remember. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I
Yeah.
can accept that because you're owning the fact that maybe you're not remembering, but it'd be them people, we did not agree to this. This is unacceptable. We need answers.
Mhm.
Those be
Mhm.
the people that you line. You don't just attach the email. You line it up with files and snippets
Or
and
PDS and
things like
excerpts. Like,
everything.
yo, like, is this
Yeah.
you? Oh man.
Yeah, man, you put that shit together, like, you know what I'm saying? Like women who be investigators in relationships, like they just like
Yeah.
it's a totally
That's
different
it.
mindset.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. Every time. Every time. It's like, come on, man. That's for
That's
sure.
it.
That's a fact.
That's that's when you start asking questions that you know the answer to before anything. So
Mhm.
yeah, man.
Question for you. As far as receipts, do you enjoy delivering them to in-house personnel more than out of network personnel? It's the same either way for you.
Out of the internal team, because
Okay.
I don't want to light up my internal team. That's not,
Yeah.
I'm there to build them up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but and
Hey, gotta
some,
crack
some
that whip.
people some people listening right now know exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes your internal team need it too, because
Mhm.
they be really feeling like they up here and they not. And you gotta
Yeah.
remind them, listen, all right, this ain't the place, and I'm not the one.
Word.
You're the two.
Word. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the out of network catch ups. Like, hey, long time no see. We haven't seen you since that last invoice. Listen, so, now that that's paid up, let's see where we really are today. Like, you know what I
Yep.
mean? But yeah, big fan of that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I got a question for you now.
Shoot.
Between age and level of responsibility, which would you say has led to an increase in your note taking?
Hmm. I would say level of responsibility.
Mm,
Because granted, that kind of came with the age, and I'm not gonna say I'm getting old on this lap. I'm not here for that because I'm
that's right.
not. You know what I'm saying?
We don't
To
need
let
that
these,
type of negativity tonight.
I ain't counting these days that pass. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would attribute that to the level of responsibility. Because honestly, I don't want to miss anything. So
Mm,
uh, my additional are uh, extra sense of taking notes is more so just to make sure I'm on top of whatever I need to be on top of. Like I said, I don't like shit slipping through the cracks. I like to be aware of all things happening, even when I'm not directly connected, because somehow they're gonna try to connect you some shit you ain't got nothing to do with, and you still want to know what the fuck you're talking
bro.
about. You know what I'm saying? So I am big on, hey, do you know about this? I'm like, to what capacity? Like, it's like, you know what I mean? I'm real big on, like, I know a little bit, but I'm not giving you everything just in case it's not my wheelhouse. But yeah, I put it, I will attribute that to more so responsibility. How about you? I know, I know you uncle. So where you at with this? You blaming it on age? You say I got more hats in my feather. You know what I mean? What are you doing over here?
It's a steady mix of both.
Okay.
Steady mix of both. And I think you alluded to another thing that really has me taking notes because for some reason people love to ask me about things that I'm not responsible for.
Right.
And that drives me crazy because
Right.
now I feel over responsible for shit. But don't get me wrong, I have no problem directing people to the owning area. The problem that comes with that is it's how you direct them because people like to be very sensitive. I can't use another word because there is no other word. That's what it is.
And they bitch,
People
man.
love to,
Acting like
people
some
love to
bitch.
get people love to get sensitive and then go complain how, oh, you see how this person isn't helpful. So I'm very cautious of how I handle certain situations when people are clearly asking me about an area that I'm not responsible for. But at the same time, man, the best advice I could give to you all, go to the source. Just because this person is a knowledgeable person or seems to be the person that always answers the fastest doesn't mean they're the person that always is the person you need to ask. And a lot
Right.
of y'all know who y'all need to ask, but y'all not going to them for whatever reason. And I
Mm-hmm.
think Kenny mentioned it earlier. But you can't be scared to go to the source because you're enabling the source from being responsible for what they are responsible for. And that cripples businesses, that cripples relationships. You need to go to the person that's causing the issue and
Mm-hmm.
resolve it with them.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Because I do find at my job, people hate going to the source. So, oh, Kenny knows. I'm like, yeah, but it's like, yeah, I might, but I don't. You, it's not in your inbox at all. Like none of this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
it gets annoying. It gets annoying. I do say.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. All right. The next one we got, I really like this one.
Mm.
What empowers you as a critical thinker can also burden you as a decision maker.
Story of my life. I'll research some shit to death just to give you this over thought out response, just for them to go, cool, nigga, cool, the cool, nigga. I was looking this up for like 20 minutes, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's annoying.
Yeah, man. And we love to hone in on this subject because we well, me personally, I know a lot of people who are very good critical thinkers. If I know I have a very complex issue, shit, you're one of them. I'll bring it to you and you'll give me 89 scenarios, almost on some Doctor Strange shit. But it's up to me to make the decision.
Mm-hmm.
But what I
Mm-hmm.
tend to see with the critical thinker in their situations is they will outline those 89 scenarios and then I'll go, all right, cool. So then what we gonna do though?
Straight, straight fade to black, baby. Oh, hey, man, I gave you the facts, baby. I got. Oh, would you look at the time? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm terrible with that. I'll lay it all out for you and what should be done until you got to hit that red button. It's like, oh man, 458. I got to catch this ride, my man. Listen, call me. Let me know how that goes for you. You know, oh,
Yeah. Yeah. I bring this up because I really hope that the critical thinkers out there give themselves some grace through this process because it's not easy to make a decision because my personal thoughts are the critical thinkers are necessary for the decision making,
Mhm.
but it takes a special sense of ownership and accountability to be the person who makes the decision. And I don't want anyone to think that I'm saying you're not accountable or you're not willing to take ownership because you didn't make a decision. I'm
Mhm.
saying that you need to think about in those situations what's holding you back from making that decision. Because a lot of times, from what I see, it's what if it goes wrong?
Yeah,
Or,
absolutely.
you know what I mean?
It's always
Or
like the pro and con of it for sure.
yeah. Or I don't want people to blame me because
Mhm.
I made the decision, right? So, but there's something really empowering about doing that because it's the only way you'll know if you have the real power to make a decision, right? You have to be willing to take that risk of being
Mhm.
wrong because
Yep.
if you're wrong, at least now you've eliminated one of the scenarios and you're down to 88.
Ah, easy, easy, easy.
So it's still progress.
Uh huh. Uh huh. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a
Oh,
fact.
but yeah, good.
I tend to kind of throw my nuts on the table with decision making a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Like I'll do my critical thinking shit, and like, all right, boom, I spent enough time on this part. Time to press the button.
Mm,
But what I do as a fail safe, especially if like upper management and supervisors and a lot of other people may be on set thread, I'll let you know exactly what we should do, why I thought about this, and where we are.
mm,
Very end of that email, hey, if anyone objects to this opinion or think they have a better route, let me know.
mhm.
Thank you. Send. Boom. Nobody
Love
replies.
that.
What Kenny said flies. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like, and if you got something else to say, hey, no doubt, bring it to the classroom. Let's evaluate it, make sure it makes sense. If I am incorrect, or let's pivot a bit from what I said towards what you were leaning on. Awesome. Give me some sort of factual statement. Give me your basis. Give me when was this credible in the past? Shit
Right.
turns no matter what your job is, you turn into a lawyer 6 times a day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is there some sort of precedent as to why you think this is happening? Like, you know what I mean? Every time. But
Yeah.
yeah, I do that a lot with my decision making. I'll let you know exactly what needs to be done. And hey, you got a better thought process on how this should go. Hey, let the group know. So we
Yeah.
all know your thoughts and beliefs. But if you say nothing, we're gonna come back to this. Hey, see this email from a month ago when I said this, and I asked everybody, and nobody said shit.
Receipts. Receipts. Y'all see how we tying all of this together?
Oh man, the receipts, man, the receipts.
Yeah, no.
Oh man.
I also think I love that you said that about you give yourself some time and then you pretty much give the thought process behind it and then allow others to participate.
Mm-hmm.
For the participation part, the only thing I can add to what Kenny just said is be careful who you allow to participate because not everybody is good for that decision making process.
Correct.
If
Correct.
you're already the 89 scenario person, you don't need
Mm-hmm.
another 89 scenario person.
Nah,
You need to bring in the decision maker, the person that will tell you they will sift through that 89 and tell you, oh, I like 71. Go with that.
word, word, word. And I try to weed those players out the group out by being extremely thorough and super confident in my soliloquy, whatever I told them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just because you can't reply with the well, maybe you're already fucked up. Like nobody believes in your thought process. I don't know where you got this from, but you're not typing with confidence like I did. So
Yeah.
even if you are right, you got to present this a little bit better. So I'm not the only one that has to believe your statement. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I do that so you could put in the same amount of work as I did in said response. Just do
Mhm.
your job. Let's do our job as a unit, and let's keep it going. Let's grow from this. But
Great.
yeah, I try to go heavy at the top of this email and hit it with the little, hey, now that you read all that, if you have anything else, man, let me know. So,
Mhm.
let me
Yeah.
know.
No, yeah,
Oh man.
absolutely. Absolutely. And then of course there's gonna be those times where it's just you. You may want to lean on people or you may have leaned on people, but when it comes time to make the decision, you can't loop people in. This is
Word.
a self-made decision. This is a you
Right.
versus the world decision, and
Facts.
you're ready to deal with any backlash, any criticism. Because a lot of the time, some of the greatest things you're gonna do in life, most of the people close to you are probably not gonna get it
Mm-hmm.
or probably be against it. And that's a really tough thing to lean on because a lot of us want reassurance when we're making a decision. But if you are one of those people like Sean, I don't give a fuck. When I make a decision, that's it. I'm rolling out.
Mhm.
More power to you, because we need people like that in positions of power. They're willing to listen to others, they're willing to listen to their team or their people, but they understand when it's time to make a decision. It's time to make a decision.
That is a fact. Respect the process, man. Respect the goddamn process. Oh,
That's a fact. That's a fact. But yeah, man, if you're not following Silently Growing, you can follow it on
yes,
Instagram, and a lot of good quotes on there. Feel free to share them, and we'll keep the conversation going with stuff like this.
for sure. For sure. I came across something funny early in the week. Good, our good entertainer who hasn't entertained in a while, Mr. Akon, right? He's been married close to 30 years now, and him and his wife are unfortunately parting ways, right? Hey, unfortunately it happens, right? Akon's wife, though, is suing him for 100 mil in the settlement, as far as used to living a certain kind of way, wife, kids, the whole spiel of being a wife. Now, listen, you put 30 almost 30 years of marriage in, you see them, prior to locked up. You know what I'm saying? Like you've seen it all. You know what I mean? You've seen the exponential growth of his superstardom. Took care of the house while he was there. And listen, I respect it. She shot a shot. It is what it is. So as always, when anyone's sued, you got to get the forensic accountants in, and they got to do their job to see where we are financially. Upon review, Akon only had 10,000 in his name in a bank account. You know what the rest of the money was, my brother? He put it all in his mama name, man. He got different accounts spread across different states and countries, and what I mean, different levels of Swiss banking, and like, yeah, man, that's me and my mama got this business over here, and all that's over there. So you can't take nothing that my mama name is on. And I brought that here to ask you this: is that a salute moment, or that's just scandalous? How you gonna hold that on your wife for 30 years? Where you at with this, brother? Did he do the right thing? Did he do the right thing?
Listen, man, as we love to say when we close out podcasts, we salute you. That's a salute you moment, man. That's a business tip 101 for anybody. Don't put anything in your name, bro. Don't.
I get it. And listen, if he felt at some point he needed to start making that shift, he probably seen or felt something that it wasn't going to work out, or maybe something might go awry or go wrong. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. And listen, I don't think it's ironclad neither. I'm pretty sure that, but she got good lawyers. She'll find a way to get to that money, especially if she seen it coming in. She know he ain't spending, right? So I don't know. I salute, man. I salute, and I hope it works out. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, half of 10K, hey man, you know what? I love you. Take the whole 10K, man. You know what I'm saying? Like without you, I couldn't have been here. But half of like 2, 3, 400 million. Man, you wasn't even cooking like that. Like what I'm saying? There's a lot of other things that come into play, So I don't know. I'll see how it works out. But I was curious to know.
I mean, honestly, if you think about it, that's how you avoid certain like tax implications and like legal trouble if you ever get into it. Like that's why it's like business 101. So she better have a hell of a lawyer, man, because that's if the government can't come for certain shit because you tie it up in different like
You think
LLCs and shit.
you thought you was gonna get it?
Yeah, man.
Like me and Sam been like this. Like, what I'm saying? You thought you was gonna get it? Oh man.
And then you gotta have a good chunk of money in the reserves because he might tie this up in litigation for years and
On
by the
purpose. On purpose. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Buying
man.
all kinds of yachts in the background just to be safe. You
Yep.
know what I mean? But yeah, man. We'll see how it goes, man. Because Akon is turning into Akon. If he can figure this out for sure.
That's a fact.
For
That's
sure.
a fact. But switching over to ladies that already got that bread and got a lot to say these days, man. Meg The Stallion is back, y'all.
Mm.
Apple Music has a great way of letting me know when new music is out, but this time it was Instagram, man. I woke up Saturday morning and my feed just put Meg and her assets on my
Yeah,
screen. And
4K. Yeah.
oh my God. Listen, aside from her always being an amazing performer, this song is dope. You can tell she's in love, man. Shout out to Clay Thompson.
Hmm.
The sample from Total's Kissing You was money. I love that song from Total,
Hmm.
and anything that incorporates that 90s like love feel. And I think we just got through talking about this. Like they don't really make songs about love no more.
Yeah,
So
man.
Meg did that in her own little way. I love the fact that the lyrics are specifically centered around her finding love, but also giving a firm warning to those group of people out there who love being home wreckers that this ain't that.
That's good. Hey, get it out there. Get it out there. You know what I'm saying? Especially if your significant other is in the limelight 82 times a year. You know what I'm saying? Just, what I mean? Just everyone putting that out there. But listen, as a parlay player, you know what I'm saying? My boy Clay been looking drained, man. I don't know what it is. The boy ain't got no juice for the court, man. I don't know what it's like. Man, oh
Yeah,
man, it's rough. It's rough, man. It's a rough double-edged sword. I know he's happy. I know he's happy,
he
but it's
didn't
like,
have
get
it
it.
last year. This ain't new. He didn't have it
Say no.
last year. Yeah,
Okay,
he
all right.
didn't.
Hey, you know what? Okay, all right. Okay, I give him that. I give him that. He's not more drained than usual, right? Fuck it, right? It is what it is. What it is.
For all we know, this is why last year didn't go good. They just kept it under
Mm,
wraps. Who knows?
it is making sense though. It is
Uh,
making sense. But hey, man, shout out to them. Just hope you give him a break in the playoffs, man. If he gets there, you know what I'm saying. Just let that man store his goods up so he could get there. You know what I mean. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
um, Speaking of Clay Thompson, man, can a dude look like they're not the type to cheat?
Do it look like it?
Like their
Yeah,
personality?
yeah. Like the Steph Currys of the world, they have that golden boy kind of aura where it's like him, never. You know what I'm saying? Like I think a few distinguished gentlemen could get away with the look, but reality is something totally separate. But they may
No,
have the
yeah,
look. They may have the look.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think with Clay, he gives me the if they're at a strip club and a stripper comes up to him, he's like, "I'm here for the wings." You know what I mean? Like he
Yeah,
gives
yeah, yeah,
me
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
type of vibe. Of course,
You know,
only Mrs. Lee in the IG chat. She said no,
yeah.
no such
Capital,
thing.
capital N. And listen, hey, Clay had that aura. He had that golden boy aura. But I did see him in a do rag like over the summer, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe he might have a little. I don't know. I don't know, but the do rag did throw me for a loop. So,
That to me, that's some role playing. Listen, if your lady has everything that you want in a woman, you're gonna do some shit you don't normally do. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah,
you're gonna
yeah.
definitely be there, helping, doing the little tea time with the daughter. Like you're going to go down some roads that you probably
Mhm.
never gone down.
Yeah, yeah. I believe
You
it.
land that woman that's got everything that you want.
I believe
Um,
it.
but shout out to Clay, man. Shout out to Meg. Wishing y'all love and endless love and
Yeah,
that.
happiness. Big happiness, man. Big happiness. Staying on the sports tip, real fast. Have you been catching these these Adidas ads lately with Anthony Edwards going over at him and Sha between Converse and Adidas? They've been going back and forth via commercials, and I love these kind of battles. Adidas, they recently had Cat Williams talking shit for him, and kind of speaking for him as a speak part, and you're taking the shots. And listen, man, boy's the MVP, just got a chip. Can't really take. There's been so many shots you can take. You know what I mean, at this high target. But hey, got to shoot your shot. Money's on the line. You know what I'm saying? But listen, Shy with Converse, they be having little ants in the beginning of the commercials. People be stepping on them and shit. I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here for it, man. I do love the back and forth, the banter. Granted, Shy is winning on the court side. I think Anthony's winning on the back end as far as the funnies go. You know what I'm saying? But I like these kind of battles. I want to see this fight continue, like throughout the league, because shit, the older dudes is leaving. know what I'm saying? We need
Yeah.
we need the new guys. We need the new guys to kind of look up to, things to kind of chase. And I think them doing this way is heading in a good direction.
This reminds me of something Dwayne Wade said a long time ago when Paul George was on the Pacers, and he called their back and forth a rivalry. And Dwayne Wade said, "It's only a rivalry if you win."
That's a fact.
So Anthony Edwards, man, I know your confidence is through the roof.
Yeah.
Do it on the court, brother. Do it on
That's
the
it.
court. You know what I'm
That's it.
saying?
It don't even count to that happen. Like,
yeah, the Timberwolves are still trying to figure out whatever they're trying to put out there on the court. Win, brother. Just win. Like I get it, the back and forth, wanting to sound cool and all this other stuff, but just please win, brother. You're talented. Get it done on the court because all you're doing is giving Shy more. Shy doesn't need attention. The nigga's aura farming every single night
everything
before he gets on the court, and after. Just win,
good attitude.
man.
Good attitude.
Yeah, just
he has balanced. He has balanced the world of winning it on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing it. He's doing it. But Anthony, hey, fake it till you make it, right? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta do what you gotta do until he gets to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he gets there this year and can take it somewhere further. Another thing on the sports tip though, man, it was a rough week for the league as the NBA was starting up its first week. I think it was after game 1 or game 2 for both players. But hey, the fans came in. They did a sweep. They've been taking a lot of notes on as we do, but notes in a different capacity. The last few years, they've been building a case for wire fraud and money laundering. They picked up Miami's got Terry Rozier, and they also got Chauncey Billups, who's the head coach of the Trailblazers. Two separate items, but both kind of gambling related. Terry more so, they felt he was throwing games. They do have a couple of clips from a few games where it did look a bit suspicious. You know what I'm saying? But hey, the NBA said they found no wrongdoing, reinstated them, let them get back to it. But on the Chauncey side, this was a bit more high class as far as using him as the lure to bring other high profile players into these rigged kind of poker games. And by rigged, I'm talking X-ray glasses, contacts, card readers, all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure if one is in a better get home rate than the other, but I do believe Terry posted bail. He was back out. You know what I'm saying? And I think until a few hours ago, he technically was still getting paid. You know what I'm saying? He had like a $29 million contract that people had to, they had no way of getting out of it. But I think the NBA kind of just instituted something earlier where it's like, listen, you're going to be on a no pay, no leave. We're going to throw this in escrow, bro. Until the fans figure this out. Hey, if they come with the same shit we come with, where there's no case, no face, we'll give you this money back. But till then, my man, we can't keep paying you on these first and 15s as we have been because you're looking funny in the light. But I was extremely upset when they got Chauncey, though, because he's a coach. You know what I'm saying? And his players look up to him. Got families and fans and friends. So funny game till the feds come. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how this is going to look. I don't even know who the interim head coach is. I have no idea who the assistant was. But what was your thoughts on this when the Fed hammer came down?
I mean, walking Chauncey out like the face of all of this was crazy. Like, you're going to say that he was at the center of allegedly a mafia gambling ring, yet we haven't seen anybody else but Chauncey Billups. So you mean to tell me Chauncey is the one, like the smoking gun?
He was like, he don't look like a ring. He just doesn't give ringleader to me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like usually that's like you hear that name after you get the big fish, right? You know what I mean? So I was just shocked by that, and of course, love Chauncey as a player. He was still iffy as a coach, man. I don't know what his direction really was for the teams that he's coached so far, but hey, man, listen, there's a lot of scenarios you could come up with for this.
Yeah.
The best advice I can give to people, man, don't gamble.
Don't gamble, man. Don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't.
If you get caught up, you're going to end up with some shit.
Yeah. And it's always weird to me when millionaires gamble because it's like, all right, you got their money already. So you're just doing this more for the thrill. You just like just rolling the motherfucking dice. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like how like Terry bringing in 20 plus a year. You faking ankle injuries, my nigga? Like, bro, like how much money do you owe that the 21 mil a year wasn't covered? That's the shit that scares me. Is, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you are making this obscene amount of money to play a child's game, why are we? How much are you really covering? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you? You can't be gaining more than what you're doing, doing it the legit way. I just don't get it.
So I think there's always that hunger for more money. And
Okay.
when you think about an athlete like Terry Rozier, he wasn't getting no max contract from nobody. Like I think like one of the best seasons he had was when the Celtics, I believe, went to the Eastern Conference Finals. Kyrie Irving went down. It was him, Marcus
Yeah, he stepped
Smart,
in. Yeah, yeah.
JT just got there. Jalen Brown was already there a year, and they really like pushed, LeBron and them a bit, but of course they lost. And then I think that very next year he went to another team or a year after that. So now you're on teams with max player dudes. Max player dudes live completely different. Even though you're a millionaire, they're max player dudes. Like they get the car before you get the car. Right?
Yeah.
You're probably out there getting sneakers before everybody. They're getting the car, they're getting that new technology before everybody.
Like
So
it's the only one on the East Coast type shit. Like, yeah.
right. Yeah. So I think that exposure to someone whose bank account is like crazier than yours will make you want to do some shit, or the pressure from your friends to say, yo, man, I think we can make this happen. You know what I'm saying? Like you always hurt. So what's the difference if you roll your ankle randomly in the fourth quarter, bro? And then we'll split it with you. Like there's a lot of things that money can do to people, even when they already have it. We see rich people do crazy shit all the time just for the thrill, to your point. So I'm not shocked, but it's alleged at this point until proven guilty.
Yes, big legend, big legend. Chauncey walking out with a Clutch Sports sweatshirt was hilarious, though. I don't know if that was AI or not, but I was like, damn, he is calling on niggas quietly. Like, yo, man, bail money, man. I was like, I'm blinking here, man. Come save a brother. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long this is going to take. It's like when they have all this information and years of, I guess, footage and facts and notes. I don't know how long this is going to play out. This is a court thing, but it might be like 6 to 10 months before we get like an actual decision on whatever this is. So it might be done to well past All Star. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I think the funniest thing was the NFL commissioner issuing a warning real fast. Like,
he said, hey, eyes up, eyes up, eyes up. Don't do it. Don't you do it.
We watch it. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you get to the 1 yard line and you slide,
yeah, we're not playing none of them games. The integrity of the shield would not be broken on this, my man.
So let's think about it, right? What did you bring up with homeboy from the Cardinals when he randomly dropped the ball before he crossed the end zone?
Like, thank God we can put that on stupidity. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't think his money line was high that day. I would have to check the notes, but I think he should. That would suck. That would suck.
You know what I mean? Like it makes you look at every questionable play now and say,
yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact. Like certain fumbles at certain moments. You know what I mean? I mean, like everything's getting that Terry Rozier feel. It's like, I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and between that and the refs in pockets, you'd be like, they're gonna miss all these calls? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
who was everybody? It was the game that Jackson Dart and Scatterboo, I think, had like 3 touchdowns, maybe 4. He's got 94, 95 yards. Yeah. They take him out the game. They run like 1 or 2 plays. They put him back in the game. Yeah. I think he got 2 more yards. He got to 98. They took him right back out the fucking game.
Let that man get let that man get his 100, man. Why y'all doing that to him? Like, what's the
What?
over under? Like, what Vegas
You
call?
feel me?
Who called y'all niggas in the fourth quarter? Like, who said nah? Scat, yeah, take him out. Yeah,
Yeah.
take him out. So
So,
we got a lot of money on the under on this 100. Like, you know what I'm saying? All purpose yards. Yeah, yeah, get him out of there. Get him out of there. Like, yeah, it's nasty when that happens that way. It's super nasty when it
bro,
happens that way.
bro, because now I'm a study. Because now I'm like, you know what? Let me see how often this happens. You know what I'm saying? Let me check it out. And
And
if you got the time, which nobody really has, but sometimes I just write it down when the odds come out and then see the stats after. It's nasty for a lot of
yeah,
players that you really think are gonna get to a certain mark
yeah,
and they don't do
yeah, yeah. I tell you, man, a lot. You missed too many shots. We are looking at you now, man. It's like, ain't you a professional? Like, you know what I'm saying?
it. Yep.
Like, that was a wide open three, my boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? You
Right.
ain't want that to take us into OT, you know?
You know?
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of funny light on that. Another little NBA tidbit I saw this past week. Listen, I know our birthdays have passed a few times. I get it. Time keeps flying. There was, Steph Curry. He does his cool little pregame rituals where he's just like shooting from all over the court. There was a cool little moment before he ran in before the game where he passes the boy to Riley, and Riley like gives like a cool little like an assist to another coach, and another coach passes him to shoot like a cool three, and then it's like, oh, look at Riley. I was like, Riley. I'm like, that girl's like a teenager. Like looks like her mom. I'm like, does Steph have an older daughter? And I'm thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, Riley? I'm like, wait a minute, wait. I started doing a little bit of backtrack. I'm like, it's the same Riley like sitting on his lap at that finals press conference, Riley? Because she's like a young adult now. I'm like, wasn't it like 2 years ago? That's you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah. Like, celebrity kids got time machines, bro. They gotta be, bro. I know we don't get to see them often. We only really get them seen like once every 2 years, but the way they just be shooting up be nuts, man. But shouts
Yeah,
to the
man.
Currys, man. Raising beautiful kids. I'm just like, I don't remember this time going by. I don't
Yeah, man.
remember.
They had a picture the other day with Lil Wayne's daughter and Jadakiss daughter. I mean son. All grown up. You know what I'm
Crazy,
saying? All
crazy,
grown up.
bro. That don't make no
Yeah.
sense, man.
Mhm.
Like I know we felt that like just seeing Bronny, at the press conference when he was in Cleveland, like his first 2 years, him walking on the court, learning how to walk on the court, and now being in a Laker uniform, shit's surreal. Shit is surreal.
Big facts, man. But all right, man. Switching over to UFC real quick. This Saturday, it was a low key um UFC pay-per-view event. But one of the biggest news that came on over this weekend was the potential of John Jones versus Alex Pereira at the White House. If you haven't heard, it was guaranteed by both Donald Trump and Dana White that there will be a UFC fight on the White House premises. We've talked about some of the details about potentially the fighters walking to the ring from the Oval Office, what they're going to have to do to, prepare the grounds for the actual fight. The fact that Dana White's going to save tremendously on security because the White House already has a ton of that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But this fight is prime for this event. It is, I think it's what everybody wants to see.
Mm-hmm.
I think John Jones wants it at this point. I'm pretty sure Alex would want it. I haven't seen him back down from anybody yet. It's going to be interesting to see whether they do this at light heavyweight or heavyweight. I know John Jones doesn't care.
Nah.
He'll do it any way he wants.
Wait. He'll do what he got to do.
That's a fact. But yeah, man, there's still a lot to be determined, and I mean, we'll see. We will
So
see.
is that what all that construction at the White House is about? Interesting. Gonna build a little ring in the East Wing. I'm iron, my boy. We'll see. We'll see.
Yep, yep. Tanya, let us know what you're talking about. She said, "Why not? There's a balloon going up." Let us know what you're talking about, Tanya. Um, but this weekend was UFC 321. For the fighters that I do know, Mackenzie Dern won the strawweight belt. Mackenzie Dern has been in the fight game for a long time, just trying to crawl up the ranks. She had some notable wins over the last year. So when she went up against Verna Jandernoba, she really showed that she deserved the title and she won it, man. A lot of emotion when she won that. So shout out to her. But the main event was very controversial with an eye poke. It was Cyril Gain versus Tom Espinal. Tom Espinal, I believe, is the current champion. And it was like the first round, and these guys were like exchanging blows, but it looked like Cyril was getting the best of Tom for a minute. And the eye poke occurs, and of course, people are always very controversial of when fighters can't go on. But I had never having that situation happen. But I can only imagine when you watch it in slow motion and you see Cyril Gaines' finger go right into Tom's eye. I
Mhm.
mean, I don't know. Like when I get dust in my eye, I feel like, oh shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I can only imagine if someone like that's I don't know, man. I think we gotta give a little grace there.
Hey man, with these Terry Rose allegations, it's like no contest, huh? Interesting. Interesting. He looked like he could have kept fighting if he wanted to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you called it no contest. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, I think the
Um,
fight has to be past a certain time for it to be considered a disqualification.
mm,
Um, so a no contest pretty much just get you your money back.
mm.
Yeah.
And quick clarification on Tanya, she meant ballroom. Ballroom.
Ah, okay. Why not? There's a ballroom going up. Okay, cool.
I feel you. I feel you. Makes sense.
All
Makes
right.
sense.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But as we mentioned earlier, switching over to WNBA, man, the WNBA offered players a 30-day extension on Tuesday to continue negotiations for a new collective bargaining agreement. As we mentioned earlier, with the success of the WNBA, with the new TV deals in partnership with the NBA and the lucrative nature of the sport, the popularity of the sport growing, the alignment with Unrivaled, the ladies are definitely going after what they deserve. And
Mhm.
seeing as though this extension is happening, I think it's crucial. We've seen the criticism of Kathy Engelbert, most notably from one of our dearest stars over on the links.
Mhm.
And I think it's imperative that they figure out something lucrative for these ladies for them to continue to go out and perform. I actually wore my WNBA hoodie over the weekend, and it's amazing how many people really stop and say, wow, like that's what's up. Because you really don't see people supporting the WNBA at all, but there are some people who are heavily invested in their success.
Mhm.
Uh, and listen, the NBA commissioner is one of them. Adam Silver has said there will be significant increases to salaries this upcoming season. So hopefully the CBA works out so we can get some basketball with the WNBA because we still got on rivals. So it's not like we're gonna lose out on all women's
Yeah, yeah,
basketball.
for sure. And yeah, like I said, we hope the players get the money, but only weird part is like the WNBA just got the money, so they need to figure out how to divvy it up the right way. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people are upset, like with young girl from Indiana bringing all this money in, and they're like, yeah, she's not playing, but look at all this money she's generating for the league. It's like, yeah, but there's no profit sharing, so she's not seeing none of that directly. And she's still one of the highest paid, lowest paid rookies, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? So, like the money just came, so I guess you got to give them a second accountant before they start spending it. You know what I mean? It was rough for the last 20 or so years without the profit being there. It was a league that was kind of working in the red, but kept showing out, making weird, I guess, cuts as far as hey, yeah, get that, hey, I got to get there, but the game starts at 8. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't cool, But I guess give him 30 more days to count the money, and then we're gonna find a way to split this up for real, for real.
All right, my brother. Anything else before we get up out of here?
Oh yeah, just some quick weird news. If you recall, about 2 weeks ago, there was a giant game where Jackson Dart took a really hard hit. He went to the medical tent, and Russell Wilson went in right after that. He threw like some wild pass, and everybody with a giant hat on say, "What? Where's Jackson? Is he good?" And everybody's thinking this. You see the coach go into the medical tent. Yo, man, what's going on in here? Like, he good, he good. He comes out. And then Cam Scatterable goes like, "Yo, bro, you good? You good?" Or we come back out. And then right after, yeah, he comes right back out like nothing happened. NFL ain't like that at all. You know what I'm saying? They did give some fines out. They gave the Giants a fine of $200,000. They got to pay for that medical inconvenience. They gave the coach $100,000 fine for walking in trying to facilitate or speed up the issue. Should even got Cam Scatterable $50,000 for walking in and said, "Bro, you're not even." Man, what you doing over here, bro? He said, "I'm checking on my boy." You know what I'm saying? He said, "No, they all caught cold fines for fucking with the evaluation period." But even more sad news for Giants fans this past weekend when it's playing Philly. Cam Scatterable, man, listen. Um, thank God he was wearing a sock because it was so graphic that I think if he wasn't wearing socks, his ankle would have just bent over there. He could have been 2 yards away from it the way it looked. But his ankle bent back in a way that was just disgusting to see. But thank God, the doctors in Philly took care of him. He went to surgery that very night. It was a successful surgery to repair that dislocated ankle, but it was just ugly to see. And unfortunately, it came at another loss at the end of that game with the Philly. But can't. Whenever Giants get their hopes up high, listen. If you're wearing blue and you live in New York and you're a sports fan, it's tough to get acclimated. Whether you're a Met fan, a Knicks fan, or a Giant fan, all the hope goes up with this royal blue, man. It always feels good, and then they're gonna always pull the rug from under you somehow, some way. But shout out to all Giants fans. Keep your heads up. Season's still young. It's not over yet. You know what I mean? We do need to cover a lot of ground to make a wild card. But listen, like I said, the season's not over yet. We'll see what happens. But thoughts and prayers, man. Speedy recovery for Mr. Scatterable, man. He gave us a jolt that we needed. But the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh.
Yeah, man. It's tough. And then, of course, that would be the game that Saquon wakes up and has an amazing game. I mean, it's been a rough start for Saquon. And it was funny right before that game. I was like, it would be crazy if this is where Saquon goes nuts. And
breakout time.
Boy, oh boy, man. But insult to injury. Definitely speedy recovery to Scatterable. And listen, you gotta put a product out there. Gotta hopefully do what you gotta do. So, I mean, thankfully, right now the Commanders ain't that good, Cowboys ain't that good. So we got a shot to at least
got a shot, man,
something out there. So, Dabo got to go back to the drawing board and figure it out.
Yeah. As long as Jackson is in, you ain't got to put Wilson in. We got a better chance. So we'll keep it going.
Yeah, man. That is beyond me. I never thought I'd see the day where we got Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston at QB2, QB3, respectively. And the guy we're relying on is a rookie. It just shows you how shit can really go left at any moment
like
in
this.
the sports world, man. And I don't know. And it's crazy because both Russ and Jameis are two God-fearing men, great leaders. Like you would definitely book them to be motivational speakers, but for some reason it's just not translating on the field for them, man. And I don't know. Can't call it.
Hey, man. Young season. In the middle of it, young season.
Yes, sir, man. But all right, man. Yo, listen, shout out to everybody who joined us, man, on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, IG. We appreciate all y'all. Whether you're on YouTube, Twitch, or you're on any of the socials, don't forget to subscribe or follow us. We will be bringing Akia back for anybody who joined our conversation last week surrounding safety and relationships. We will be bringing Akia back on November 12th. So make sure you mark your calendars, man. We'll definitely be previewing the topic at hand for that conversation. But in the meantime, as we always say here, man, make sure you go out there and live your life. Fellas, wear them sneakers, wear that outfit. Ladies, put on that dress, wear them shoes. Tomorrow is not promised. Love yours, man. We will see y'all next week.
Yes, sir.